Hi, I'm Eric Siegel with Kitbashed Survival, and today we're going to be checking out the Survival Kit Individual Mark IV made by BCB International in the UK. It's got a NATO stock number and it was packed by LT, whoever that is. Now, from what I've read, these kits are or were stored in the ejection seats of Royal Air Force airplanes. Now, I don't know the story behind that, but in any case, these are also available for sale to the public, and that's how I got one. So we're going to go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. So let's go ahead and open it up, and it's held shut with Velcro. Now, there are 3 parts to this kit, A, B, and C, 3 modules. So here is part A, and then here's part B, and here's part C. But before we get to these, let's talk about the bag that the kit comes in. It's this kind of nylon fabric green pouch, and one of the nice things about it is that it doubles as a satchel bag, a carry bag. So you do like that, and look at that, you got a little carry sack if you need to carry anything around. And of course, if you wanted to, you could close it up with the Velcro to keep anything in there secure. But yeah, pretty cool. I like that a lot. Anyway, let's get back to the contents of the kit. So we've got part A, part B, and part C. Now these are all vacuum sealed. This one feels like a metal container, and it's got a list of the items on there. We'll get to those later. This one's vacuum sealed. I can't really read what's on the contents list, but it looks like a sleeping bag and some candles and other stuff. And then this one is a space blanket. So let's start off by opening up part A. So the contents of part A are listed here. We've got the container, cotton wool, 2 unlubricated condoms, 2 tampons, 20 water purification tablets, that's nice, 2 needles, a flint and striker, a fire making block, and then down here, of course, it says tampons are not for personal use. They're for use as tinder, and the same for condoms. They're to be used for water storage and not personal use. So let's go ahead and rip it open. And there we go. And then once again, it's got the contents list on the front. And we've got some vinyl tape on the outside. So let's go ahead and get that off. And we'll save that because that is part of the kit. You got some tape, and it also makes the container waterproof. All right. And the lid also has this seal around it. So you got a nice waterproof container here. So first up, we've got the 2 unlubricated condoms for water storage. And we've got the 20 water purification tablets. Looks like 1 tablet will purify 1 liter. So with 20 tablets, that's 20 liters of water we can purify, not bad. Then we've got a fuel tablet. Looks like we've got 3 fuel tablets. That's really awesome. Look at that. So these are those trioxane type tablets, and they really stink, but they really do work very well. And you get 3 of those. Then we've got our ferro rod and striker. Let's go ahead and take that out. And we've got 2 needles. Looks like sewing needles, not hypodermic needles. So 2 sewing needles. Yeah, so it's a little ferro rod and then a striker. Oh yeah, this works just fine. Then we've got 2 tampons to use as tinder. There they are. And a piece of cotton to use as tinder as well. All right, next up is part B, and it looks like it has a lot of stuff in here, but it's kind of hard to read because it's so crumpled. So let's go ahead and open it up and we'll check it out. There's a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, that's a big old pile of stuff. So now that it's out of the package, I can straighten out this label a bit and read it. So we've got a sleeping bag, nylon cord, compass, candle, 4 suspender clips, a fishing kit, snare wire, wire saw, razor blade, elastic band, and instruction leaflet. So first up, underneath all this, we've got the instruction booklet. And there we go. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically it's got instructions for using everything in the kit. Pretty cool. Alright, then we've got a band around all of this stuff, which is a smart idea. So we've got a band here. Then we've got a fishing kit. It's got some fishing line, looks like a little rooster tail type lure, 5 weights, and some hooks. Not bad. Pretty good little kit. Got some swivels in there too. Then we've got a razor blade. And then this is the big thing, the sleeping bag. Let me take all this stuff out. I'm not going to unfold this thing, but it looks huge. It's an emergency sleeping bag. Probably something like an emergency bivy sack if I had to guess, but made of clear plastic. That's pretty cool. Alright. Then we've got a wire saw. I've seen these before in other BCB kits. Then we've got 4 suspender clips, and these can be used with the nylon cord, sleeping bag, or foil blanket to build a shelter. Then we've got some cordage. Looks like 275 paracord probably. Looks like a good length. And then we've got some nylon cord as well. Kind of neat that they have 2 different forms of cordage. Then we've got our snare wire, a pretty generous amount of it. Then a BCB compass. This looks pretty nice. And let's see, yeah, it works. Yeah, I've never seen one of these before. That's a nice little compass. You can even adjust your declination on there. Not bad. And then we've got our candle. Finally, we've got part C, which is the foil space blanket. I'm not going to open this up because we've all seen space blankets before, and I don't want to ruin the vacuum seal just to show you another space blanket. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Alright, so here's the entire contents of the kit, and overall I think it's pretty good. Now it is missing some things, most notably there are no medical supplies whatsoever. But I think that's because if this kit was in an aircraft as it was intended to be, there would be a medical kit located elsewhere. So I don't think it's a failing in this particular scenario. I think this is a very specialized kit for a specific situation. Now that being said, I am not in an aircraft right now and neither is this kit, so I'm going to go ahead and add some medical supplies. So I've got one of my medical bags here. It's got a mini med kit that contains 6 ibuprofens, 2 Imodiums, and 2 Benadryls. There's a safety pin, 4 regular Band-Aids, a larger Band-Aid, a gauze pad, an alcohol swab, and an insect repellent wipe. So I'm going to try to fit this in here somewhere. Now for the part B that was vacuum sealed in the bag, I'm going to repackage that in this large Ziploc bag, and hopefully it'll fit without too much trouble. And then I'll also probably put a Ranger band around the tin to keep it shut once it's repacked. And then finally, we'll try to get all that to fit back in the little bag. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so there we go. We got it all back in there. This has been the BCB International Survival Kit Individual Mark IV, made just a little bit better with the addition of some medical supplies. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm Eric Siegel. This is Kitbashed Survival, and I'll see you next time.